Lisa. Today is Friday's yoga challenge. Today we're going to be working a little bit more with our cardio. So we'll be flowing through the poses instead of holding them deeply like we did in our deep stretches. Get the blood moving, get everything just flowing. So the first part, we're going to practice a new style of breathing called ujjayi. Ujjayi is similar to what we've been doing before. We want the breath to come down past the diaphragm to pull into that belly space first. Then we expand through the ribs just like we did before, and then up through the chest, same as we release from the chest, the ribs, and the belly. The only difference is that instead of using the with our mouth open, we're going to breathe in and out through the nose with that same gentle squeeze through the throat to make that same sound of H, but through the nose. So instead of we're doing same movement, only difference is that the mouth is closed and the air comes out the nose. So inhaling all the way down, exhaling out. You can put a hand on the belly and the ribs to see how that's moving for you. Very nice. Two more. Last one. We'll be using that breath technique as we move through our practice today. I'll try to remind you as much as I can, but all of the movements that we're doing are inhaling, exhaling through the nose. If your body's getting very tired and it's starting to need a little bit more, you can start breathing out through the mouth again, just to get that oxygen flowing. But if you can, we're going to keep that ujjayi breath through the nose today. All right, let's get ready for our moon squats. Get those joints lubricated and warmed up. Again, you can use the edge of your mat. You can use some blocks under your feet, some pillows, or even a rolled up mat. We're going to keep the feet about hip distance apart today, just like we did before. Toes gently pointed out to the side, really pressing down through all 3 points of those feet. Belly's pulled in and up, so we're not punching over through the chest, opening the chest and shoulders. Get nice and sturdy here. Inhaling, arms up and out. And then we sit back, exhale, squeeze the fist, release the head. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can switch which arm is in front if you want. If this doesn't come down for you all the way, that's all right. Just hinge back as far as you can. Knees stay over ankles here. Inhale up and out. Maybe reach back and exhale down. One more. Inhale out and up. And exhale down. Wherever we are, we're going to rest here. Maybe for you that means arms are on a counter or a seat, like a couch. Maybe for you, you can go all the way down. My heels like to lift up when I'm all the way down sometimes, so I like to keep that height for my heels. One more breath here. Out through the nose. And then we'll go ahead and come up. See if you need the support of a chair when we're going up and down for these next few. We can do that. We're going to move into a sun salutation, but only a half sun salutation here. So we're not doing all the way down on the floor with a lunge or a down dog, but we're warming up our spine and our legs here. Inhaling, arms come up, standing nice nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears. As we exhale, we're going to come down. You can use the counter or chair or even a wall for this. Just have your hands on the wall for support. If you can, go ahead and come all the way down, bending the knees as generously as you need to keep yourself from overextending the back of the legs here. Taking the hands to the shins or a little higher up. We're going to arch through the spine, lifting through the shoulders and the chin. Exhale back down. And then bending the knees, making sure all of the weight is across the heel to the toes. Then we'll inhale our body up all the way with the arms and then coming back down. Release the arms. So while we're here, I just want to explain real quickly how to adjust this for your level that you need. If our arms are out away from the body as we hinge forward and our legs are straight, the levers are longer. That's going to put more of a challenge to the back and the legs. To reduce that, we can bring the arms into the side of the body. We can bend the knees. The closer the body is together from the hands and the torso and the knees into the torso, the easier it will be. So we'll continue with that flow. I'm going to do 4 more. Inhale, arms out and up, shoulders down. Exhale forward, either to your chair, the wall, counter, or the floor, or even to your legs. Inhale, we're going to come halfway up, raising the chin, opening the shoulders and chest. Exhale back down. Inhale, pushing up with the feet, bending the knees, and keeping the arms in as much as needed. And then exhaling down through center, and release the arms. Check in with the feet. Make sure the feet are both bearing weight equally across the top, the balls of the feet and the heels. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold as bent as you need to be or straight as you need to be if you want more challenge. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Last inhale here, coming up in this round. Exhale back to center. And arms down. Center your body weight. Trying to make sure that that body is nice and straight. Heels, knees, hips, shoulders, ears. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway, opening the chest and the chin. Exhaling back down. And inhaling all the way up. Exhale to heart center. And release the pose. Nice, tall, straight body. Inhaling, arms out and up. Exhaling down, last one. Inhaling, arching through the spine, opening the chest and shoulders. And exhaling back down. Inhaling, push with your feet to lift yourself all the way up. Exhale through heart center. And arms down. I'm going to stay here for a breath. Really settling in, noticing any changes in the body. Maybe already feeling some blood pumping. Maybe the breath is getting a little shallower. Try and make sure that it gets all the way to that belly space. Great. So our next round is our more traditional yoga flow. So if you need to have a counter or a chair close by, you can do that. We're going to start with our Warrior Two pose. So feet are hip distance apart. If you need to sit, you can go ahead and have a seat on a chair. We'll take feet hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. And then we're going to turn the right toes out to the side. You'll noticed how that opens up through this leg. One of the things that you may notice happening as we move through this pose is that that front knee is going to want to kind of fall in over the arch of that front foot. Our goal here is to keep that knee pointing toward our middle toes and keep it in line with the ankle. So we don't want it to go forward here. If you need more space, some more room, just take that back foot back a little bit or move that front foot forward so that knee stays over the ankle. Okay? Both feet are pressing again into all 3 points on the feet, both sides. Sometimes we have a tendency to shift our weight forward here. We want to keep it centered between the front and back foot. And think about these thigh bones rolling open and pressing down into the feet. They have a tendency to, like I said, pull weight toward the arch. We want those feet to bear weight across the whole thing, and keeping those thighs open can help with that. Both arms come out palms down. We want a nice straight line all the way across, fingertip to fingertip. Front finger is reaching over the front toes. Again, we're going to have a tendency to pull forward. Keep that torso centered. Warrior two. Gaze is over that front middle finger. Sometimes we have a tendency to pull in with that back arm. If you feel that, just take the elbow behind and then reach back out. Look down, make sure that knee is still pointing toward the middle toes, almost down here. Great job. And we're going to straighten that front knee. Again, if you need to hold a chair for balance, and keep that close by. From here, we're going to lean the torso forward, not rounding forward. I don't want to see any hunched over spines. I would rather have a nice straight spine that only went forward this much than to have a round spine down here. Okay? You'll notice that that front knee is going to want to pop open. Keep it soft. We don't want to lock it. Keep it soft, but as straight as we can. Both feet pressing, thighs rolling open, belly lifting. Maybe we lean on that chair. Maybe we're up here, that's okay. If you feel comfortable here, you can hold on to your thigh or your shin. Maybe you can even get all the way down toward the floor. Not necessary if you're already feeling a stretch across the inner thigh or the back of the leg in that front side and across the top, maybe through this low back on the top hip. Maybe that left arm reaches up. Last breath here, in and out through the nose. And then we'll bend that front knee and reach ourselves back up. Staying here, reverse triangle, taking that front arm up toward the ceiling. Again, keeping that weight equal across the feet, rolling those thighs open. Nice stretch anywhere from down by your front knee, up through that hip flexor in the front, all the way across the back, and up the arm. Last breath here. And release, exhale. And then bring both feet together. If you need to walk them, that's okay. Give them a little shake. I know that can be intense. I'm going to stay here for a moment. Hands come behind the back. We can grab the hands and just reach them toward the floor. If that's not for you today, use a shirt, a belt, a strap. You can hold on to the edges and just reach down this way. Should be a nice stretch across the front of the shoulders. And then release, give the arms a shake. Inhaling into the belly. Exhaling. We'll do the same thing on the other side. If you needed that chair support, you can do that. We can do this all the way from the chair too, like we did before. Just relax. You got one leg, you get the other leg pointed out to the side. Again, torso is twisted to the side so that we're open side to side. We're on our feet, bending that front knee so that it's on top of the ankle, toes and knee pointing in the same direction, rolling the thighs out wherever we are. Chest is lifted and we reach arms side to side. Front arm pointing over the front knee, looking over at that front middle finger. We have a tendency sometimes to squeeze through the shoulders, keep them low and reaching fingertip to fingertip. Both feet pressing equally through the balls of the feet and the heels. Rolling thighs open, last breath here. Great. Arms come down. We can go ahead and straighten that front knee. Even if we're on the chair, straightening that front knee, keeping the torso upright. We're going to lean it forward. Nice straight spine, supporting the body for triangle in whatever direction or whatever space feels right, just not on the kneecap itself. Not a very sturdy place to place weight. Inhaling, opening that top shoulder, maybe coming down a little more, soften that bottom knee. Don't want to lock out our joints. Maybe if we're here, arm can come up to the ceiling, looking up at that arm. Maybe we're supporting our weight with our arm on the chair. Wherever you are is fine, maybe even on a counter or table. Should feel a nice stretch across the back, across that top side, and across that inner thigh or the back of the leg in the front. Last breath. Release the arm, bring the legs back together. So come up. This time we're going to do a palm tree sway. So arms come up. Do this from my legs or my knees so that you can see my arms. I'm going to reach one arm to hold on to the other wrist and just bend at the waist. Not staying long. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Inhaling up. And release. We're going to move into a pigeon twist. So on the floor, we lie on our back, knees bent. We cross one ankle over the opposite knee and just let the legs fall to the floor. Palms up, arms in a T shape, and we look away from the knees. If we're in a chair, we just do the same thing. You stay on the edge of the chair. One ankle comes across the knee, and again, if we need to lessen that stretch, we just bring it down, a straight leg on the bottom. And we just take a twist away from the knees. Come back to that ujjayi breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Giving that throat a gentle squeeze. Letting the breath come all the way down to the belly. And the next inhale will bring the knees to center. Uncross and we'll switch sides. And the opposite knee across and letting the legs fall. It's okay if they don't get all the way to the floor. See what you can relax. Maybe it's the eyes or the jaw. Maybe it's the shoulders or chest. Coming back to our ujjayi breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. See how long you can make your exhale without holding or forcing. that leg, maybe bringing the legs down and taking a big stretch. Arms over the head, reaching fingers to toes. And then we'll go ahead and roll to the side and push ourselves up if we're on the floor. Thank you for practicing with me today. Let me know how it goes.